this room to work around.
I didn't know you did your elbows.
Test, test.
Good morning. Apologize for the delay. I'd like to call this special meeting of the Clearlake City Council to order. It is December 7th, 2023, and we are looking at 11 minutes after the hour of 11 o'clock. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Overton?
Here.
Councilmember Kramer?
Here.
Councilmember Slotin?
Here.
Vice Mayor Claffey?
Here.
Mayor Purdock?
Here. Councilmember Overton, would you lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all very much. I'm going to call an audible. It's not on the agenda, but I would like to just open this meeting with a little prayer. If you'd like to join with me, you're welcome to. Father in heaven, we come to you this day for this very important meeting, for our community, for the health of the county, and for the people who live here, come to visit. These are good things happening here, and we are so blessed by your blessings of this city and those who live and thrive in it. We'd just like to invoke your Spirit to be with us, to lead us and guide us. We ask for these things in the name of the Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. We need to have the doors open, as this is a public meeting, so if someone could just open that for us, appreciate that. Thank you, just one is fine. All right, moving on to item C1, business. Discussion and consideration of the purchase and sale agreement for approximately 3 acres of city-owned property to Adventist Health Clearlake to construct the future medical office building. Mr. Flora.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, council members. As you know, this is something that's been a long time coming. This is a piece of property at the old Pierce Field, which is owned by the city. We've been working on plans there for a while, and so it's been actually a little over 5 years ago that we began discussions with Adventist Health Clearlake about the possibility of having them be one of the anchors of this development. And so finally, the first piece of that is coming together and is before you for consideration today. Adventist Health is the largest employer in our city, and as all of you know, is probably the most important contributor to community health and well-being in our community and really throughout Lake County. I'm really proud for the city to be such a partner with them. They really live out the vision that they express, and I think that there's a lot more good things to come starting with this project here. So the agreement before you is really a first step. So upon approval of this agreement, we would essentially be opening escrow between us and Adventist Health for approximately 3 acres of property just north of Airport Road at the Piercefield site. And Adventist Health is prepared to move forward with developing initially a medical office building. At this time, they're looking at something around 38,000 square feet. This would be approximately a $50 million investment from Adventist Health. The city is committing to do the environmental review and providing infrastructure to the site. So this would be that first step. We move forward with this. During the escrow period, there's a number of things that need to happen, including the city initiating that environmental review, which we plan to start and do environmental impact report for not only this project, but the larger site of city-owned property there, totaling a little over 40 acres. This medical office building is expected to attract 165,000 patient visits per year. So this is something that's going to be really important for the additional retail development as part of this overall complex. I don't know what other details you'd like me to provide. There are options in the agreement. There's not a commitment at this time from either side, but we are sort of reserving about an additional 10 acres in the event that Adventist Health wants to do additional development at this site. What's listed in the agreement is the possibility of an imaging center and a new hospital. They're not committing to that at this time, but we're reserving the land. We're giving them timelines to commit to that. And if they decide to move in a different direction with those additional investments at the site, then that would free up that property for other development as desired by the city. We do have a number of representatives from Adventist Health here. Certainly everyone in this room has been involved. There's a lot of people that aren't in this room that have been involved, and I want to thank in particular, Mayor Purdock has been talking about this for quite some time. Councilmember Slutin, in particular, a lot of the discussions happened during his term as mayor to sort of tee this up. And I don't want to just single, I know all of you have been involved in this, but I wanted to particularly point out the involvement of the two of you in that, and then the great relationship that we have with the president of Adventist Health Clearlake, who's here, as well as the North Coast Network president, Judson Howe. So the North Coast Network includes Adventist Health Clearlake and the hospitals and clinics in Mendocino County. So that's sort of the next umbrella up under the Adventist Health corporate structure. And it's been a long and a lot of times, even this week, a very difficult journey to make it to this point, but the commitment from Adventist Health is there, and I appreciate the council's support and certainly recommend approval of this agreement. And so with that, I'll try to address any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. It's time now. I'll ask the council for any questions they may have. Yeah, I got it. Thanks. Anyway, and then we'll open it up, and I'd like to introduce President for Adventist Hospital here in Clearlake, Councilmember Kramer.
Yes, just one question and clarification. You indicated we will be doing an EIR in your comments.
Yeah, that's correct.
Because the document itself kept referring to a CEQA, which is quite that.
Right, yeah, so I mean, there's different levels of review, environmental review that are outlined in the CEQA process. This is a large enough project, we're expecting it to require an environmental impact report, which is the highest level
Okay.
of review.
I just
So
wanted to
that's-
clarify
yeah,
that.
right.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Any other questions from council? Thank you. Madam President, would you like to come to the mic and introduce your team?
I love those. I thought you were talking about me.
You're fantastic. While that's taking place,
It has.
and we've been talking about this for a number of years. So what a great day this is to see you all here before us. Got us taken care of? I'm a little hot. No, the mic. Can we turn down a little bit? Please? Thank you. Yeah, it's a little better. All right. You're up.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor and council members. I'm Colleen Osawa-Pisakun. I'm the president of Adventist Health Clearlake currently.
Thomas, can you check and see if this mic's on? Okay. Yeah, wow. Thank you.
So I wanted to say thank you very much for your consideration of our proposal to do this work in collaboration with the city. It's an honor for us to be able to be at this point and do this work. I do want to offer a moment for my boss and the president of the North Coast Network to say a few words here in a moment. But I would also like to introduce everybody to our executive leadership team at Adventist Health Clearlake. And this includes Dr. Evan Bloom, who's our medical officer, and actually Dr. Misty Cantrell, who is our patient care executive and who is also overseeing all of our clinics and will be instrumental as well in our design and work as we move forward in this project. Judson Howe, would you like to say anything?
I just want to thank the city of Clearlake for entrusting the care of our neighbors in the hands of Adventist Health. It's a real privilege to continue to serve in these communities, Mendo and Lake counties, beyond. I want to thank City Manager Alan Flora for really providing a vision for this to move forward. I just want to speak on behalf of Adventist Health. Serving our communities is something we wake up every morning to do. We serve in some of the communities with big health inequities that's expressed in social injustice. And we appreciate the opportunity to run alongside you guys in addressing those concerns. Thank you.
Does anyone have a question? Go ahead. Councilmember Overton.
Do you guys have an idea of how many new employees that you might be anticipating, or have you guys gotten that far?
At about 150,000 visits a year, you're looking at about 75 FTEs, which stands for full-time equivalent. So the actual employees could be greater, the people employed. But between environmental services teams, providing nutrition, number of physicians, and of course jobs ranging anywhere from $25 an hour up to $75 an hour for staff will be in this place.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Councilmember Slotin.
Like we all said, it's been a long time coming, but this is so exciting for the city. Your investment in the community will spur economic growth. All the health statistics will become better, and I'm so excited about it. I mean, we started talking to you guys quite some time ago. We've been patient, hopefully, but it comes to today that we finally can announce this, and I'm very excited for the future of the city together with Adventist Health. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Today, we'll have another meeting tonight at 6 o'clock, which I'll turn the gavel over probably to somebody else. But to sit here and have this meeting take place this morning means an awful lot to me. The vision, again, that was shared, as I recall, about 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, but also the vision of this city and the members within the city who have been waiting for something to happen at that old airport site to bring growth and the vision and to be a big boost for our economy has been so long in coming that I just want to thank you for partnering with us. One more question, Justin, if you don't mind. For those that are watching, for those that came to hear more about this, in comparison to the existing larger clinic here on Lakeshore Drive, can you give us an idea of scale and scope of what your vision is for this clinic? If you can, I know it's a little premature, but I believe I saw some renderings at one time.
Yeah, I'm happy to cast a broad swath, and if you want to help me. But our biggest opportunities is to continue to create access and working with partners on that healthcare continuum in these communities. We run, this will be a rural health center, is the terminology as this would be licensed, which is a mechanism through which healthcare can be provided and sustained in our communities. So primary care would be a key focus. Addressing our behavioral health concerns would be imperative here. Addiction medicine would definitely be paramount in here as well. And then specialty services to support that as well would be critical.
Thank you.
I want to add to that.
The only other thing I would add too is as we design the building fully and look at the space, and a couple of other things that are in consideration are for our surgical services and our women's care services, because those are two services where physicians frequently get called to a hospital to manage the emergencies. So having them located right across the street would be ideal as well. So not all things finalized yet, but definitely looking at what will be most beneficial to this community as we serve it from that location.
Thank you all very much. Yes, Councilmember Overton.
I have one more to throw at you, and probably. In this clinic, is there any plans to have like a 24-hour detox center? Because that's something that's kind of critical in our area. We say we want to help people with mental illness. We say we want to help the homeless, but we all know most of them have some kind of addictions. And there is no place, I deal with it all the time. I call people at your services to help me get services. But we really need the 24-hour detox center. And to me, this is the perfect time for Adventist Health to really step up. And you want to make a difference with the homeless and the addictions, this is what's needed first. You can house them, but if they're not through with their addictions, if they don't get that rehab immediately when they want it, and it's always at night or a weekend, you know, and I can call your people, and they're very nice, and they're wonderful to give me directions on Monday, but that doesn't help me with them on the weekends and nights. So I'm hoping that that might be something you guys can put in your plans. That would be my dream, by the way.
I just want to say I absolutely agree that the dual addiction crisis that we're dealing with in all of our communities is imperative to be addressed. We would like the flexibility to address that as part of our broader continuum, whether it's crisis stabilization, respite, or detoxification spaces. I think we need to have the broader conversation on the continuum, and we are committed to that conversation.
Thank you very much. Any other questions of our guests? Councilmember Kramer?
No.
Okay. Thank you all very much. I'd also like to recognize the members of the Redbud Healthcare District that came to show their support. Mr. Conrad Colbrandt, Executive Director of the Redbud Healthcare District. Do you have any comments you'd like to share?
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you for the tenacity of the council, and with Alan, of course. It's been a long, trying road, but it never would have happened without Colleen and Judson pushing hard on the corporate end. So, and Eric Stevens as well. So I just really want to thank Colleen and Judson and Eric to push on that end, and the tenacity of the council and Alan to bring this to fruition today. It's going to be a great thing for healthcare in Clearlake and South Lake County, and it's not only going to be a great thing for patients, I think it'll help us recruit more physicians, having a really nice facility, and it's just going to be a wonderful thing. Plus, an added bonus, it'll be a place where you have a great anchor tenant bringing 60,000 visits in, and that should hopefully help us to fill out the rest of the pads in the center. So thanks again to Adventist Health, and thanks again to the City Council and Alan.
Great partnership. Thank you, Conrad.
You should add, I think Conrad had a little bit of tenacity in there that was important as well. So.
Conrad can be tenacious. All right, anything else? If not, I will bring it back to council for discussion and
I think we do need to make sure that we have the opportunity for any other members of the public to
oh,
speak.
thank you for reminding me of that. Is there anyone from the public who would like to come to the mic and address the council on this item? Now is your time to do so. Seeing none, Madam Clerk, anyone on Zoom?
There are no hands raised on the Zoom, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. At this point, I'll bring it back to the council for deliberation and action.
Oh, I'm done deliberating. You want to do it, or I can do it?
I want to move that we approve the consideration of purchase and sale agreement for approximately 3 acres of city-owned property to Adventist Health Clearlake to construct a future medical office building, and designate the mayor and the city manager to sign this agreement.
Mr. Mayor, I'd second that.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye, and if you'd also, are we voting electronically, Madam Clerk?
A vote,
I
thank
don't see it up.
Not this morning, Mr. Mayor.
Signify by saying aye or nay if opposed.
Aye.
Aye. I think we're unanimous, Mr. May.
We're unanimous.
All right, there being no additional business? we're
Yeah, I'll
adjourned.
just add, we had intended to go to the airport site. We installed a sign this morning about this, but due to the weather, we have a picture of the sign, which we'll put up here, and we'd like to take a couple of photos. And I think our city clerk also has the agreement printed out, so
We can sign?
we can go ahead and sign, and it'll be official. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.